Hey beautiful souls, it's Rachel here from A Bridge to Tranquility. So it is the 1st of June, which means it is time for our monthly overview readings. So just as I did in the previous months, I'm going to break them down into the 4 elementary zodiac rulers and then read each little brief description for the week by week. So we'll be starting with this week, which obviously the first falls on a Tuesday, but then we'll be going from next week Monday, so the 7th, the 14th, the 21st and the 28th, breaking it down into each elementary zodiac ruler for each week. We're not going to be going into intense, immense detail. I just wanted these to be kind of like short, pinpoint, main focuses for the month and for each week. Also as well, each week we do pull energy over on our Instagram page at A Bridge to Tranquility. So if you combine the two of them, so each week just coming back, I'm going to put timings and stuff for each description below week by week, so you'll be able to hone into each week specifically and get an idea of where the week will be taking you. So I'm just going to draw for the last week, which is the 28th, and we will get straight into it. We're going to be starting with air signs, which is Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. We'll be moving into the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, into the earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn and Taurus, and we'll be finishing with the fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius and Aries, and that is the pattern we'll follow throughout the whole month so that it just stays the same. But yeah guys, let's get going. So we're going to begin with the week that we are in now, the first week of June going up till the 6th of June. And we're going to begin with the focus for air signs. So the focus for air signs in this first week is to really connect with Mother Nature, really get grounded and get rooted with where you are and where you need to be. It's going to be really, really important to be going with kind of your own organic, natural frequencies, especially for the Geminis. For Geminis, we're in your season, so it's going to be really, really important for you guys to remain rooted, remain grounded. Obviously, retrograde is happening in Gemini season as well, so that is going to be having a major impact in terms of the air signs and how they're reacting to certain things. So this week of the month is going to be really important to just get rooted, get grounded, know where you are, know where you stand and get embedded. Air signs, it's going to be really, really important. Get out in nature, but don't just do it aimlessly, do it with the source of connecting, with being connected to yourself, and by being connected to yourself you can be connected to Mother Nature. Water signs, for you guys this week, it's going to be really about endings. It's going to be, I feel like, coming over from Taurus season, you felt the need to kind of, rebirth, to really bring magic to new things, water signs, and this is the week to really kind of embed that and finalise it and get it done. Anything you've been kind of umming and ahhing about getting rid of or finishing or ending, this is the time now to categorically get it done. Get it out with this week so you can move into the magic of what is to come for the rest of June and see what Gemini season has to hold for you. Earth signs, you're being really, really called up to nurture yourselves and really giving yourself what you need to grow, what you need to blossom, where you need to nourish further. Be your own nurturer. Literally think of yourself as a farmer in the field. What do your crops need to grow? You can't do this with just external things anymore, earth signs. It's got to be very much about what you need inside and out, mind, body and soul. Fire signs, this is a time to liberate yourself and feel free, and so I want to say to some fire signs, like, go outside, go for that walk, go on that little adventure, plan that little trip that maybe isn't the thing that you would usually do. I want to say you need to feel free, you need to feel like you're taking the chains from around your wrists and your ankles and really just letting yourself fly as much as you possibly can here, fire signs. It's going to be really, really important for you to feel that. I want to say the word flight. I really want to do. I want to say feeling that flight, really embodying the passion and the fire that's within you to liberate yourself. Don't let anybody constrain you this week, fire signs. Really, really go with the feelings that you are feeling. So, week commencing the 7th of June, beginning with air signs. There's going to be a bit of a calling this week to connect with a masculine energy. I feel like it's going to be very much, for some of us, it's going to be quite a difficult conversation, I want to say, for some air signs to have in this week. It's going to be very much, a father, a partner, a brother, a son, or maybe somebody that's just close to you who is a male. I feel like there's going to need to be some direct conversation had. There's going to need to be quite clear explanation as to what is it that's making you feel the way that it is. For some of us, it can be the part of reconnecting. The difficult part of reconnecting is needing to be in that place of trust and being in that place of honesty, which could for some people feel a bit blunt or feel like they've really got to be just openly and honest. For others, unfortunately, this could be the energy of needing to disconnect from these males. So it could really, be in a place of quite blunt conversation. It could be a quite open conversation that leads to the conclusion of where you need to go. But it's going to be, I feel like there's just a little bit of roughness with this energy for the air signs. So it's just about, again, going back to that energy of the week before, keeping yourself grounded, keeping yourself rooted, remembering we're in Mercury retrograde, so not everything is as clear as it can be. But that doesn't mean that conversations should be avoided, air signs. Make sure you have these difficult conversations with the males that are around you. Water signs, interestingly, you've got the polar opposite to the air signs. So your situation feels with a female. So we're talking a mother, a wife, a partner, sister, daughter. This could be a female friend, a cousin, anything like that. The only difference is I'm feeling kind of like a bit of positivity here, feeling almost like a weight being lifted off somebody's shoulders. So this is something direct to be addressed, but I also feel like it's a matter of love. And it's a matter of kind of deeper understanding. For a lot of you, especially if it's a mother relationship, it's very much a woman-to-woman conversation. If it's a daughter conversation, maybe it's for some of the mums that need to look at their daughters in the way that we call the daughters to look at the mothers, remembering they are a person, they're not just your daughter. Especially, I want to say, for the water signs that have got older female daughters, have got older daughters, it's going to be important to see them in their entirety as a person, to have this understanding conversation. But I feel a lot of love and a lot of healing coming within this feminine female line, connected to the water signs, which is absolutely fantastic. Earth signs, it's going to be really, really important for the week of the 7th of June for you guys to understand that you're seeing everything very, very accurately. I feel like there may be a lot of swaying opinions around you, earth signs, but you've got to be really 100% adamant to stay in what you see, know what you're seeing is accurate, and do not doubt yourself. That is how you're going to push forward throughout this. Remember, again, people will process things differently, people will resonate with things differently, but you know what these things mean to you. Don't be wavered by that. You know when you're thinking badly, earth signs, and you know when you're in alignment with yourself. So you will be in alignment with yourself and you'll be seeing very clearly, so do not let anybody deter you from that. And fire signs, it's going to be really important in the week of the 7th of June to see things from the other person's point of view. And that's just not saying that they're right. That doesn't mean, oh, you've got to know that they're right, you've got to know that they're this, you've got to know that. It's just understanding where they are coming from, what's leading them to this decision. Are they not processing something accurately? Are they being awkward because of actually, oh wow, this could actually make them feel awkward because of this, this and this. It's not about if anybody's right or wrong, it's about understanding and viewing the bigger point of view that is around you. So we're moving to the week commencing the 14th of June now, guys. So beginning with air signs again, you're going to feel a really big calling to need to breathe, air signs, when it comes to this week. It may be that you feel like you need to have some time off work. It may feel like you need to plan yourself a little getaway. It may just literally feel like you need to disconnect from other people, whether that's conversations on the phone, whether that's, taking some time to just be isolated. Like maybe you had a lot of plans for this week, but actually all you want to do is just disconnect and just be in your cave for a little bit, air signs. And that's not a bad thing whatsoever. You're allowed to go into the cave whenever you feel ready to do so. Water signs, it's going to be about awareness. Big bit about awareness. So really knowing that you're aware of yourself, your actions, what you're doing this week, and the impacts that you could be having on people potentially. I feel like it's going to be a time to really say, you know what, this is the reaction that I cause. This is also the actions that I need to take to cause these things as well. It hasn't always got to be negative. Sometimes understanding and being aware of the positive impact that you create in spaces is very, very important. And that gives you a deeper understanding then of what people are seeking from you, but also what you can give to others, because that is what it is, a constant give or take, but not in a negative context, in a beautiful flowing dance. That's how we need to think of it. Just like the water that is, you're just flowing. Where are you flowing to, and where are you being pushed towards, and where is it flowing naturally, water signs? That's how you need to feel. Earth signs, very much into a space of acceptance the week of the 14th of June. Really being in a space of, you know, this is where I'm at, this is how I think, this is how I feel. Using the weeks that have been previous, you've been nurturing yourself, you've been really working on the trust within yourself. So really using Mercury retrograde energy of thinking about how you process things within you, but also the impact that has around others, and accepting what that is, what that looks like, and what that feels like is going to be really, really important this week. Fire signs, it's going to be very, very much about focusing on your well-being. You know, you've kind of freed yourself, you have an understanding of other people this month, and now it's time to really focus on what is it that you need. Mind, body and soul. What are they calling for? What do they need to allow them to be in balance, or just to allow them to feel a little bit boosted? I feel like a lot of fire signs will have travelled through this month, perhaps not giving themselves all that they needed to give, rushing around for other people and really feeling like you're in a place where you've got to give out. But this is also a time to make sure that you're going within yourself, make sure you're connecting with yourself, fire signs, and really understanding what well-being means to you and where you can get that well-being from. So, week commencing the 21st of June. So this also commences with summer solstice, which is a period of time of really opening up to the brightness, understanding the dynamics of light and dark. Yes, it is midsummer. Yes, it is the official start of summer. But what that also means is once we hit the peak of the mountain, we can only start descending down the other side. And descending doesn't always have to be bad, as long as we've got that awareness. So really make sure that you're stepping into this week full of brightness, celebrating everything that you've had, being in a real stance of kind of fullness. Think of this as the full moon of the year intertwining with the sun cycles. So this is a time of really seeing what has been, seeing the harvest, seeing what's been presented to you, feeling yourself filled with happiness and joy. So we go into the air signs. Absolutely love this. You're going to feel like everything's come really full circle for you air signs when you step into the 21st of June. You've really had that time of like grounding, earthing. You've had these difficult conversations that have then brought some balance in. You've had this week away where you've stayed within yourself. You've had this breathing time. And now you're just really going to feel like things are coming to full circle. For a lot of Geminis especially, you know the end of your season is coming. So it's almost like you're bringing it round in a nice cycle to say, you know what? This is my new year, this is my new stance, and I feel powerful in that, and I can flow in that. And I feel like for a lot of air signs, you're going to feel in a really big power position as well coming into this week. You're going to feel like you know where all your eggs are in what basket, and you know exactly where you're heading next, which is a really magical and beautiful space to be in. Water signs, you're going to feel an intense connection with love this week. I feel like there's going to be a lot of unconditional love being given out, but a lot of unconditional love into self. It's going to be really, really important for you to think about, again, all the things you've been through. You've killed off everything you didn't need. You've brought that magic in. You've had this beautiful connection with that feminine energy in your life. You've now gone into this state of awareness. And obviously, you're in a state of awareness. You're filled with love. You've got rid of everything that's not intertwining with you. So the only thing you can do now is just give out the highest vibration. And that highest vibration is love. So you're in a beautiful, beautiful place here, water signs, to begin to push forward and welcome summer the best way you can. Earth signs, you're in a space of creativity. You've hit summer solstice. Everything feels like it's booming, it's glowing all over again. And for you especially, you can now put everything into play where you wanted it. Get started on those new projects. Get really rooted and grounded in yourself and be prepared for the next few months to come. I feel like the creation is going to be really getting your fingers in, getting something done, really bringing something powerful to light here, Earth signs. Remembering that you're the nurturer and you can do this. You can make this blossom. Fire signs, it's going to be a time of understanding that a lot of people's stuff does get onto you and it does annoy you, and that it is time to really, really feel like you need to protect your energy this week. Not because something as bad as, you know, an attack or anything like that is going to happen. Just an understanding of what makes you feel good and what makes you feel bad and how this impacts upon your energy. I feel like you're going to have a lot of clear sight and a lot of clear vision in this summer solstice. Remembering you've freed yourself, you've got an understanding of other people, you're focusing on your well-being. So this week now, it's almost like you're putting all of those things into play together to understand what impacts on you in what way. And it might not necessarily be that you need to get rid of things or you need to push people away, but it's just about understanding how you handle and manage these things around you, fire signs. So we are in the last week of June now, week commencing the 28th. It's been a journey for all of the zodiacs throughout this month, and we're also now at the end of Mercury retrograde, so we're sitting in that post shade. There are still little bits hanging around, but we know where we're at, we know how we can push forward, we know how we can blossom, and we're feeling good about it. So we'll get started with air signs. This week for you is going to be really about acceptance. Everything has come into play now. You've had your breathing time, you've had your sense of full circle, and now it's about literally accepting everything that is around you. For some air signs, you're going to find this difficult because maybe what's around you, what's been presented, wasn't exactly how you thought it was going to look by the beginning of this month, and you definitely had a different outlook on how you would be ending and starting your July. However, we're here and this is what's happening, and it's not about accepting things that aren't for us, it's about accepting that this is everything that it has been. We've had our difficult situations, we've brought ourselves into a space of breathing, we've gone full circle now, and this is our new, and that is okay. And it's all right to take some time, air signs, to feel comfortable and get comfortable with that, but just remembering that you need to be in this space of acceptance and understanding that the decisions you've made, the actions that you've taken were the best thing you could possibly do for you. This isn't about other people, this is about you. The impact you have on other people is based on the things that you do for you, the processes that you go through, air signs, and this is where you're at now. And let's accept this and move forward together now through the end of June. Water signs, I feel like you're going to be in a place of forgiveness. All of that loving energy, all of that awareness, all of the healing conversations that have taken place throughout June, you've now come to the end and you're in a space of forgiveness, whether that's outwardly forgiving somebody or whether that's just making peace with some things from the past. For some water signs, this could really be in a space of that love coming through from last week and a space of forgiveness for self and some of the things that maybe you've held yourself too hardly for or too harshly for. This is going to be about pushing forward with those, which is going to be absolutely breathtaking. Earth signs, you're going to end June really feeling in a space of transformation. You've really had quite a flowing June, do you know what I mean? You've been in a space of nourishment, really, accepting the fact of how you see things and seeing them accurately, being accountable for the toxicity that's within yourself as well. So knowing that, actually, I'm seeing that in a negative way, that's not accurate, but if I'm seeing this in an alignment way, in my intuition, I know what I'm seeing is truth. You've then rid that wave of acceptance and you've brought yourself into a space of creation. Now, just like all great things, you're in a space of transformation. Earth signs, this is the time to really surrender and flow through what's happening. Ride the motions in the oceans. Remember to stay grounded, stay rooted. Don't forget to dip your toes in the water somewhere along the line. But really, really just accept this transformation. I feel for a lot of us, this is going to be bringing us into a state of balance. And it's going to be pushing us forward in multiple beautiful ways. It's going to be an amazing, amazing last week of June for Earth signs. And last but not least, the last week of June, commencing the 28th for fire signs. You're going to feel in a state of peace, fire signs. I know June's been a little bit rough and some things have had to go on. You've had to really be accountable for your well-being. You've had to be accountable for the impact that you have on others and the impact that that has on you. But because of that awareness and because of that blossoming, you've now been able to bring yourself into this space of salvation, this space of happiness, generosity, joy. You can feel that power connecting with you. You can also feel that freedom, but you can feel the happiness and the purity. It's almost like the sun is gleaming out of you, and it's just time for you to immerse in it and enjoy it. I hope you guys have enjoyed our monthly overview reading for June 2021. If you're not already, please do follow us on Instagram, Facebook at A Bridge to Tranquility. A lot of our community is over on Instagram, and that is where you'll find lots of lives and lots of other things. You can book our services. One-to-one sessions are available virtually and in person at our Birmingham Jewellery Quarter office. You can follow the link below that's down in the description. Please like, subscribe, and let me know how you're finding the monthly readings so far. I'm really enjoying doing them, so I hope you guys are enjoying them and resonating with them the best that you can. I'm Rachel from A Bridge to Tranquility. I love and appreciate you all so much. And remember, you don't have to be weird to be spiritual. Love you guys.